All right, so we're going to show how to set up the steamer, and we've got a couple of views here. So let's see, we can show you. First of all, there is a panel at the front of every type of steamer, and it'll be like a shield. So it has to lift and come off of these screws here, is how it works. So it's like that you want to do first and take it right off. What that does is that's your heat protector, so once it's on, you don't want to touch it. This gets like boiling hot. Now the elements go right inside. Then there's this screw here that is like a plate, so you have to unscrew it and you have to hold the handle at the same time so that you're not going to drop anything. So let's unscrew it to the left, loosens it until you can slide this right out of the way. And then you can gently lower it. It's like a coffee pot, and then these are the elements here. So you can see this set of elements, and this tube shouldn't be in. That's just hanging here. Okay, so that's the element that gets hot. That's what they're saying. Don't leave the water in it because that can make it corrode, and that's why we use distilled water, so there's no minerals. All right, so we can fill this up with our distilled water. Maybe I'll let you do that, or can you help me do this? Thank you. So I just pour my distilled water in a smaller, thing in case I need to fill it a bit. Yeah. And actually, that's good. That's good for now. We'll fill up the rest. I forgot. We have the top thing. So we have the top opener. So let's just put this back in without it being totally full. Oh yeah. So there we go. And then we'll screw this tight. There is like a seal. There is like you have to kind of make sure that it's up inside the seal. Yep. Because if it's not screwed tight, the steam won't come out. So if your steam's not like pushing out, it's because the seal's not in there tight. So let's just make sure I got this in. I think so. Yeah. Okay, perfect. Good. Then we'll put the shield, the protective heat shield on, which I can't see that side. Help me do this. Right. There we go. So underneath, and then stick that around the screws, which how come I'm not getting it? There we go. Okay, so that's on. Perfect. Okay. Now we can finish filling it up though with the opener is at the top. It's just I didn't want to. Sometimes you have to tip your pot, so when you need to refill it, like I'll usually keep it like this if I'm using it for the next 2 or 3 days. I won't empty it every day. But if you're not working for a month on facials, empty it. And it does have to be pretty full, kept full all the time, because otherwise the boiler, the alarm will go off. And the alarm sounds like a fire alarm buzzer. But it's because if it gets too low, it'll crack it or it doesn't have enough water. Okay. And then I keep my distilled water in the fridge because even distilled water sometimes will grow. I don't know, the last one I bought, just check your distilled water that it's good, stays good. It seemed to grow a little bit of mold or something in it, which is kind of disturbing. All right, so that's all on. And we have also the, see here. Okay, so it's closer. So we have also the arm of the steamer, which has a aromatherapy oil container here. So if you want to do an aromatherapy treatment, then put your few drops of your essential oil in there. Just a few drops, not very much. I would never put it in the water because then it contaminates the whole water and it doesn't evenly go in the steam. Put it here and then the steam comes out and it just diffuses it. And this arm bends a little bit back and forth, and the timer is what turns on my machine. So when I put it on, I usually warm it up because it takes a few minutes to warm it up. So I'll warm it up before the client comes or while I'm cleansing and just not have it on them, just so that it's ready to go because the water has to boil. So I'll put it on for like 20 minutes, but until it starts to steam, and then I'll turn it off. And turning it off, this timer doesn't tick. Make sure if you buy a machine that the timer doesn't tick, because that's really annoying. So check your reviews. Mine has an ozone misting setting and the regular steam. Ozone is ultra fine and more, it goes like nano kind of mist, so it goes really deep into their skin and it's not as hot. So the advantage of that is you can use it for dry skin facials, for really adding moisture, because it is a finer molecule. It makes the hydrogen finer. Whereas the steam setting will be hotter and it will be more for unclogging pores. Okay, so if you have both, that's the advantage. One is more for feeding water into the skin, like nourishing. The other is more for unclogging with the heat. And yeah, we'll just see how long it takes for that to activate. And then while we're waiting for that, down here I have on the bottom, you can see I have my hot towel. Let's just make sure we still have towels now. Those are nice and hot, because it does take about 30 minutes for them to get really, really hot. So you want to do that before the client comes, set those up. And then let's see what else we have over here. You want to have all of your hoses kind of organized. The next part of the machine that we had, what's on our card, or what's the order that I should share?
Electrolysis.
The electrotherapy. All right, so that all of our electrical therapy treatments are up here. So this switch has to be on. There's usually like a separate switch for that. So shut them off when you're not using it, because it does drain power. So you turn it on, and then all 5, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I have 6 functions up there. So what all those are is, this is our power one, okay, and it's on a timer as well. So it is on a timer for all of these machines, so that if you want to like have it automatically timed, you can do that. It's just like an extra benefit. This is ultrasonic, this is galvanic, this is high frequency, this is face cleaning, which is like vacuumizing the skin, or no, face cleaning is our brushes. So we have our different types of brushes, which I think that's the, let's not talk about the electrotherapy yet, because I have to have my notes to make sure I tell you properly. So I have my face cleaning attachments. So there are usually like 5 that come with all the machines, and then a smaller one. So these are more for exfoliating. These are like buffers, okay? And then this one is a softer, kind of like a sponge type, like a chamois, kind of felt for exfoliating. And then these 2 are for the cleaning. Okay, so I love these for cleaning. These are really, really nice. So let's follow our cleaning attachment. And we get that cord out. There it is. So before I go to work on somebody, I'll make sure I have everything in order of what I'm going to do, so that it's easy to get. So then the tubes aren't crossed, so when we put this back, it should be like this. But you know, we used vacuum spray, so it's, but it can stay underneath. Okay, so this is our face cleaning attachment holder, and what I'll use first is usually the large scrubbing brush. So mine go in a certain way, like they have to line up the lines. So if you want to see how there's little notches on here, so you have to line that up and then just push it in. Yep, so it's in there. Okay, so now we're going to turn on this machine, the push to start, and it goes by speeds as well. So you can see if you want to go faster, 4 is good, or if you want to go back down lower. So now when I'm going to use it for cleansing her, let's just show you that, huh? I think we should show you. Let's just slide it over here. It's nice for really deep cleaning. Just the type of skin that you won't use it on would be sensitive. Acne, yes. Anything where the vibrations, you don't want to have extra touching on their skin.
much would be the steamer temperature be like? Is there any numbers?
No.
How is it?
It boils. So it's like full out boiling. Once it starts to boil, it'll start to steam.
But then what should be the temperature? Is there any setting?
No,
For it?
just it stays full, stays standard. Yeah, none of them have settings. The only time it does go, if you change it to ozone, you'll see the difference. It's not as hot because it's finer molecules. Whereas the steam is more like a steam bath. You know how it's a lot of steam on your face. Anybody that's like kind of claustrophobic, or maybe after a period of time and it's too much, you can change it to ozone. Is what I do.
That's the setting.
Yeah, it's got the setting. So you'll see once it starts how much it starts to boil. But there's no, you don't have to worry about the temperature.
Okay.
It always stays hot. It has to stay full hot.
Okay.
That's why there's a shield. Just make sure nobody ever touches this because that could be a bad burn or.
But it's standard setting usually when it comes out. Is it not harmful for?
It's not harmful. You can't put it too close.
Yeah, just far.
Yeah, you've got to be far at a distance. Yes. So let me show you.
If somebody has big pores,
Yes.
then go with the normal steam or ozone?
Normal steam.
Normal steam.
Normal steam is going to open them up because it's kind of hotter on them. It's hotter. The finer one is more like hydrating water. So let me show you a little bit of cleanser here. I have my cleanser. So we're going to take this, the bigger brush, and then I'll keep also the finer brush. And we're going to get her face kind of lathered up again. Just quickly to show you how to use the brush because this is nice for their face. Especially if they have a lot of clogged pores, okay? Or just, you know, it just feels kind of cool. I love it. So what I'll do is just dip my bristles in the water, clean water, so that it's wet first. And then I'll usually start, it does go two different directions, by the way. So it has a, how do I do that? Hold on, I know that it has two directions. It has an inner and an outer. Okay, yeah, it's with the toggle switch. So when it's up, it's going in, it's going around counterclockwise, okay? So I will start on the left side of the face because you want to be always going upwards, right? On it counterclockwise. You just have to watch, it kind of sprays. Now, let's just stop it in the middle and then we'll place it on the other side and we're going to start with it the other direction. So now this is clockwise. And then you can make the speed higher. And then let's, around the nose, let's switch once we've done sufficient. So if they have deep grime in their pores, if you could see they have a lot of clogged pores, a lot of blackheads, let's switch the direction, coming around the other side. So we're still lifting in circles. This is the kind of treatment for the deep clogged pores. Yep. Now, yep, the steam's coming out. Now let's remove this attachment and we'll put it in our little tray to disinfect and wash. And then let's put in the small one for around her nose. Okay, so you have to line up those little notches. There's a couple little grooves here, otherwise it won't stay in. Oh.
Yes, no.
There we go. Now we've got it in, okay? So now this is good. We need to just wet it. This is good for around her nose. It's just gonna really spray though. You have to kind of hold your hand as a shield. So really will unclog and clean. You can even use it to remove that exfoliation, papaya exfoliating lotion around her chin. Then let's stop it and go to the other side and then reverse it. So it's still going upwards, sweeping for the bridge of the nose. It feels really nice, but it has to be a good one. It has to be a nice, smooth machine, and you need to make sure that it has 2 directions. Otherwise, you're pulling on the skin in the wrong direction. Then let's reverse it for the opposite half. This will really clean out. And the other treatment we can do is we can actually have the steam come on. Let's just put down some towels around her neck because it's going to kind of drip. We can put the steam on at the same time as we are using the brush, just to really open those pores and to unclog.
That much difference, right?
Yes, you need it that far, never any closer. And if you're at the front, the problem with being in front, like over at this angle more, is it's going to go more up her nose. I like to be more at the side or behind, and she can turn her face. So see, then this way we can do the steam to open the pores as we are exfoliating and brushing deep. This is an excellent treatment to get unclogged pores. So if you're trying to do extractions, if they have a lot of blackheads, this is the treatment that you need to do beforehand to really open the pores up. And if you need more cleanser or exfoliator, we could put on some more cream because it's kind of like gone into her skin.
Are we doing practical with somebody on these machines?
Yeah, yeah, of course. We're going to use them all. Yeah, you need to. You'll need to do practical. So let's put a little bit more of this exfoliating because she's got blackheads, the forehead kind of rough, so let's put more on her. So the steam is going to open up those pores.
I think you can do only 1 drop before.
I can get models. For facials, I've had some models waiting.
Yeah, let's go once to get it done.
Yeah, even if it's people we know. Yeah,
Yeah.
Alyssa does.
I have a
Victoria.
unclogged pores here. It's really good.
It is really good, but get a good facial machine. Reverse and forward, and make sure that the hair is going to be soft. Look at the reviews. This is a very nice one. But this is good. Well, maybe we could have John. John would be a good model because he needs this really badly. Then he won't mind, because I know sometimes you don't want to get like people that expect that we can do everything, right? We just need to practice these steps.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can practice on John. Okay. Then the maintenance of the machine is we're going to then, whoops, let's turn it off. There. Well, kind of have to pull. Yep, that's it. So we'll take these off, and then we have to wash those, in fact, and then we can hang it from the hut. Yep. Oh, no, it's on now. There. Oh, you know how you can tell that they're on or off? Is there's a little blinking light under the number. So you have to read your manuals well. And then you can tell her to turn her face, or you can adjust this if it's too much in one area, but never closer than like 16 to 18 inches.
How long?
Oh, like 5 to 10 minutes. Yeah. Never more than 10 or 15. It's usually like too much for them, but depends on how tough they are and how deep their pores are clogged. But this is what you'll use that with the exfoliating, and the mask or the brush is really good. Very, very good. I've never really tend to use these ones too much because it's just too much of be like a special treatment, but those two, the 2 bristles you need, very good. Okay, now I'll show you the ozone so that you can see. So we're gonna flip it to the ozone, and it instantly changes to be like nanomolecular structure. So you see how it's still warm, but it's very, very fine. It's adding finer molecules of the water that's gonna hydrate their skin.
You need to ask the client, how would you like it to?
Yes, but you can ask them what they like, but depends on their skin.
Yes.
If they have clogged pores, the other will work better. If they have more dry skin and anti-aging, you can do ozone, because ozone will hydrate the skin more. Yeah. And then the timer will automatically go off. So once it's steamed up and warm, you can set it to how long you want it to go, and it'll automatically just shut off. But you can see the difference in the effects of it. The other is more like a steam bath, whereas the ozone is more hydrating. It's still there, but it's not like, wow. Okay. We'll just move that back. Very good. And then we'll just remove that with one of our hot towels. Again, probably be the best way to do it. Finish up because we added cleanser and we added the exfoliating papaya. These are really hot now. We should probably turn that off. Yeah, we'll forget. We'll have to clean it
Before
anyways.
lunch we put it.
Yeah, so it's been like on there. So when it's that long, you want to totally air them out and then check how hot it is. And you can ask them, is that okay? It's once you let the steam out, it's all right. It's nice. At least it's really a nice hot towel. If it's only 10, 15 minutes, they're not really hot. Yeah, that's nice. Remove that exfoliation again. She's really clean now. No lashes. I've rubbed all her lashes off. Okay. So now what's next?
Next is vacuum machine. After steamer.
No.
Yeah. According to flashcards.
Oh, that's the machines though. But what would we do? Softening with steam? Yeah, okay, extractions. Yeah, sorry. You're right. Good. Because see, we've got all those pores open, so we want to make sure that we do it right away before they start to stop. So we're going to get our fingers caught. And we're going to get her iPads on again. Because we're going to get the magnifying light. So we'll use the magnifying lamp right over. I'm just not going to move that over.
I didn't got those fingers.
Yeah, I was wondering if you had, we got them now, so we'll give them to you. I thought I had ordered them, but
No.
I did, but we didn't give them to you. I couldn't remember. Victoria couldn't remember. Or you can wear total gloves. And so what we would do, and we also need our little comedone remover kit, our extraction kit. There it is. So this, what I would normally do is open it up and have it all laid out into the ultraviolet light. So it's already cleaned and washed and sterilized, and then put it in the UV cabinet so it's totally sterilized. And there's different, I'll do a little teaching when we have like real skin on this, but there's different tools for different purposes. So the ones that I use the most though are either, yeah, this one and these two. Because they press and they help to guide and push out any of the clogged pores. I find that this one is kind of like difficult, the little tiny round one. And then this one has a lancet on it, has like the point. This one I use a lot too, because just to break the skin off with that point, it's going to help you remove the whiteheads. Okay. So you put your finger cots on. And when we have a real person, it'll be easier. But we want to also, what I do is have tissue to wipe their skin.
Or cotton pad, right?
Yeah, not cotton pad. Cotton pad is too thick. So what you need is a tissue, and then I spray it with the rose water toner or any kind of an astringent, just so that you can wipe on top of their areas that you've extracted right away. So I'll fold it like this, and I'll have that around one of my middle finger, and so that then on both sides or even one side. So once you've extracted by pushing, then you can wipe it away, but you need the toner to clean it. So I usually like wrap both my middle fingers. So we'll do the nose, sides of the nose. Check the chin areas. So you're basically pushing it down, but don't squeeze it in too close, because remember how the follicle and the oil ducts go down deep. You don't want to push it too tight, because what that'll do is make it explode under their skin surface. So you have to push from a distance to just push under it. So when you're using these tools, you have to be very careful. It's going to take some practice, so that we push. We're always going down. The follicle grows more down, so it's pushing it from underneath out. If you push on top of it, it's going to make it explode underneath maybe. Okay, so it's more like from a distance, so that it's pushing it up and out this way. And you'll see when we have real clients. So we'll get John in here maybe tomorrow. All right, so that's our extractions. You never want to extract for more than like 5 minutes, 3 to 5 minutes, because it can be like annoying.
You can use the lamp to do that.
Yes, you should be using the lamp, then you can see really good. I just couldn't get it over here easy enough. Yeah, so the lamp, magnifying, your finger cots or full gloves, middle fingers wrapped with the tissue, sprayed with your toner, and then your tools. Okay, good. And then after that, we're going to do the massage or the mask. So it depends on what kind of skin facial we're doing. Massage is nice now for relaxation. If they have more combination skin, I usually do that before the mask. If they have more dry skin, I do the mask before. So it'll treat their skin, and then I end with the massage. So when we give you the outlines tomorrow, you'll see the difference. Because the mask is going to draw out, like if you do it after the facial massage, you're going to take out all of the nice oils that you just put in their skin. But if they're combination, or if you're treating acne, then you want that. But if you're doing dry skin, you want to leave the massage last. So that's how I decide. What kind of a treatment am I doing? Do I do the massage last if I want to leave all that oils on there? The lavender lotion is really nice. One of the best ones for doing massage. Okay. And then after your mask, the massage, you're going to put toner on the skin. So that's when I would use the other machine to spray it on, because the facial sprayer works much finer. Yeah. So then we're going to take these off. So let's show you this machine. Hold on. It's on its side. There we go. Okay, good. Let me make it on a separate video.